Huh? For Sulaiman?
No.
We can start, eh?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, let me go ahead. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. Dear respected brothers and sisters, again today we have our brother Sulaiman, who is going to give us, is going to be the khatib for today, for today's lecture, inshallah. Brother Sulaiman.
No.
All right, it's all yours.
Jazakumullahu khairan. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبع بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. My respectable brothers and sisters in Islam, welcome back one more time to this blessed month of Ramadan and to this virtual meeting, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do the blessing. My topic now today, what I would like to share with my brothers and sisters in Islam is dua. Dua has a weapon for the believer. And why would they make dua? Then how for make dua for get the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And I would like to discuss this topic through a story where me and you familiar with. What's in this story? And the story of Udadi when Adam alayhi salam and the encounter with Iblis, Lanatullah, the one God don't put cospa. We all know say inside Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell we say, he tell the angel then, say they can't put a representative in the dunya. The angel then say, well, God, how they can put somebody where they can put in this dunya? And God tell them, say, Inni alamu ma la ta'lamun. Say me asabi otu na no sabi. You know, people are surprised why make me topic was a dua as a weapon of believer, why they relate to this story. So what happened for cut story short, after where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't create Adam, now he show all the things in the heaven, the names. Then after that, the night he tell the angels them, say, okay, let them call the names of the things here. But they not sabi. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instruct Adam for let he show them things here. So Adam, alayhi salam, he call the names of the things here. So after that, they wait Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell Adam, so وَقُلْنَا أَسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَجَوْزُكَ الْجَنَّةِ وَكُلَا مِنْهَا رَغَدًا حَيْثُ شِئْتُمَا وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةَ فَتَكُونَا مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. He tell Adam, he say, okay, you and your wife, una dey na heaven. He say, una eat anything una want eat. He say, but وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةَ فَتَكُونَا مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. He say, but una no near this tree, or else una go be among the people who don't offend una self. So the story, Adam, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates them, he put them in heaven. He tell them they eat anything they want. But let them not touch this tree. But Shaitan, of course, we all know what happened. He become jealous. He can't to Adam for can't tease them for let them eat the tree. So because of this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused Udadi Adam for can't on the earth. And Allah caused Iblis until the Yawm al-Qiyamah. So this story, why they telling us, so now go they ask, what you get for do the topic I want to discuss your own dua. Inshallah, the next half an hour or so, this story they teach we how to make dua and the essence of dua and how they make them. In the first place, what would they derive from this story is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he blessed me by Adam with his wife, with everything al-Jannah. He give them thing for eat, he give them clothes, even he give them everything when they don't even ask for dua. They don't ask for nothing, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still provide for them. Why? Because Allah is the most generous. Many of we Muslims who they ask themselves, say, why make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they provide for them when they will even reject them? We will not be seen but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Haman, Naina the give, Naina Razak. You believe amo, you not believe amo, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You believe amo, you not believe amo, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they provide for you because he's the most generous. So the story goes like this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he give Adam a command. What's in this command? He said, Wala takraba haji shajara. He said, only at this tree, if you don't offend yourself. Then he give Iblis a command. What's in the command? After we don't create Adam, now I tell him, say, Asjudu li Adam, fasajadu ila Iblis. He say, una sujud in front of Adam. Everybody did except Shaitan. What he do? Abba was takbar. He become proud and arrogant. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he give Adam a command by not eating the fruit. If he did, then he don't offend himself. On the other hand, he give Iblis a command. He say, Awale, you bow down to Adam. But Usai, he become arrogant and proud. So both of them people there, they not fulfill Allah in command. Most of them deny Allah in command. Both of them. Think about this. They not able to fulfill Allah in command, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell them. Eventually, Adam, he eat from the fruit. While Allah tell him, Iblis, he refused to prostrate to Adam because of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now the question where they ask yourself, what is the reaction from both of these people? After Adam don't deny Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he go ahead and eat the tree. Then after Iblis don't deny, not prostrate to Allah. So let us see the reaction from both of these two people there. You go see, say, there's difference between a worshipper of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and a rejecter of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is from this reaction we see the difference between a mu'min who is a believer and a disbeliever who is a kafir. A righteous somebody from somebody who is evil. Why make a decision? So Adam, when he disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he immediately turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and make a dua. What do you say? He said, Rabbana jalamna anfusana wa ilam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. He said, oh Allah, I don't offend myself. If you're not sorry for me and forgive me, I don't become among the losers. So you see, Adam immediately, after he refused, he don't commit, he don't reject Allah in command, he immediately make a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right there, he realized he don't make mistake. As for Iblis, on the other hand, Abba was takbar. He became proud and arrogant, and he refused to make dua. So in this reaction from both sides of the aisle between Udadi, Adam alayhi salam, and Iblis, Fullah, you see the reality of Iman. A mu'min or a believer, when he commits a sin, he will realize that he has done something wrong and he will immediately turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and repent in sins then. A mu'min, when a believer, he gets a continuous relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. While as a non-believer, does not have that relationship with Allah at all. This shows us that when Adam alayhi salam make that mistake, he immediately realized that mistake and he turned to Allah and made a dua. Therefore, dua is a sign of Iman. The one who makes dua, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala frequently, it constantly shows say he is following the sunnah of Adam alayhi salam. Any believer who will make dua constantly, frequently to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they follow the footstep of Udadi, one Adam alayhi salam. And the one who refuses to follow the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for submit himself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that means they follow Iblis, one Shaitan. Our Holy Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wa salam, he tells we say dua is the most noble act of worship. According to Muhammad alayhi salatu wa salam, dua is the most blessed act of worship. And Allah said that inside the Quran, in Surah Al-Kafir, Allah said, وَقَالَ رَبُّكَ udu'uni astajib lakum innal ladina yastakbiruna an ibadati sayadkhuluna jahannama dakhirin. Listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, wa qala rabbukum udu'uni astajib lakum. Allah na tell we say, I say, call me, I will respond to you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala na tell you, he say, call me, I will respond to you. It says, as for those who are arrogant to worship me, they shall enter the hellfire. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create me you tonight. It says, call me, I will respond to you. It says, as for those who feel arrogant about worshiping me, it says their end point is Jahannam. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prevent you from being considered. So I want for them to know, say, two categories then they on this ayah what it so. There are two categories in this ayah. Category one, Allah say, call me or make dua to me, I will respond. The second category, he say, if you feel too arrogant or worship me, so there is no middle ground between them two ayah. Adam, when I would daddy, we will put him for the first category. Why? Because he make dua and Allah respond to him. As for Iblis, when a shaitan, he refused. He become arrogant. He become proud. He refused to make dua for a mistake what he do. So what happened? Abba was stuck, but he become arrogant. Therefore, a dua now a sign of iman. How it is a sign of iman? It is a sign of iman for many reasons. One, the person they acknowledge that he no get no control of himself or over your own destiny. No control, no power, no benefit. You know get. He need you for, he need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every step we take you as a man. Because you don't get power over yourself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't get power over you. It shows Allah's mercy. And it care. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't get mercy, doesn't get love. So when you make dua, it shows say, you tell Allah, oh Allah, me, I know say, you ready me. That is why I'm making dua to you. I'm calling you, oh Allah, because I know say, you care about me. And you love me, that is why I am calling on to you. Now, the only person, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will get power for what you get forgive me. And when they make dua, what did they show? They affirm the perfection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they affirm your own incapacity and your own weakness. That is why you make dua. The reason why they make dua, as soon as you make dua, they affirm the perfection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most perfect. Then they affirm your own incapacity for say you're too weak because you're able to do nothing for yourself. So when you make dua, you scream to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because the only one who is capable of giving. The Razak is the one who gives. Manan is Ra'uf. That is why making dua is a sign of Imam. That is the first sign for make dua. Iman. A sign of worship. And a sign of Tawheed, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why the Holy Prophet Muhammad said, Dua mukhluk ibadah. Dua is the backbone of worship. And the greatest act of worship. Prophet Muhammad he said, Dua is the backbone of worship and the greatest act of worship. That is why dua is the essence of worship. You cannot have worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without making dua. This is demonstrated because sometimes we become so helpless. We're not able to do nothing for ourselves. And the power and the infinity mercy is there upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Another point we will learn from this story of Adam for making dua is that Adam immediately made dua while Shaitan make dua after what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forced him for Komona al-Jannah. Remember, I want to say, Iblis, he eventually make a dua. He eventually make a dua, but he don't make her at the moment of disobedience. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he answer in dua. What is the dua where Iblis make? He say, Qala andirni ila yawmi yub'athun. That's what he tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He say, Allah, I want to let her live until the day of Qiyamah. And Allah allow him for live. Allah answer in dua. But the moment where he commit where disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he don't make dua at all compared to Daddy own Adam. Iblis eventually made dua after he was forced out of heaven. He tell God, they say, God, I want for let make a live, let not die until Yom Yibasun. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he grants him. So now I want to dissect this dua which Shaitan make. We ask Allah for dua for this worldly needs. Because what he asks Allah now for this dunya. Now for materialistic needs, they ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I want for let you dissect this particular dua where Iblis make, where he say you want for let live until Yom Yibasun, until the day of resurrection. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make her, because tell Allah say you want it forever. You want power, you want fame until the day of judgment. Adam, on the other hand, he only asked for forgiveness because he denied Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he offended himself. So look at the two dua. The one is worldly and the other one is spiritual. So this shows us that the mu'min, when a believer, is more concerned with the spiritual. However, he not ignore. A believer will not ignore the world, but he is more concerned about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Most of us, of course, we want the dunya, we want goodness at the dunya, we want everything, we want nice things there. But we will not ignore that, but we more focus to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A non-believer is more of this world and the dunya. Now no more the non-believer care about. Oh Allah, give me this dunya. Oh Allah, give me goodness. Allah, pass me exams. Allah, become a doctor. Allah, give me money. I want to become a millionaire. All is hayat dunya. Now that no more. This is all fine. But when you find yourself only making dua for this world, this is not the sunnah of Adam alayhi salam. Rather, it is the sunnah of Iblis. Listen, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say in the Quran? It says, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَمَا لَهُمْ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَلَاقِ. This, now the dua of this, way a non-believer they make. They ask for this dunya. They will not get the hereafter. Why should they? When they don't care about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are other people, وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَقُولُ, where they say, Rabbana, oh God, atina fi dunya hasanatan. Give me goodness in this world. Wa fil akhirati, next world again, hasanatan, give me goodness. Wa qina adhaban nar, then prevent me from the hellfire. So you see, there are two sets of dua. The dua for the worldly, where the non-believer they make, when they not care about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the only way they ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now the goodness of this dunya. While as a believer, they ask for both this dunya and the hereafter, and let God prevent them from the hellfire. Yes, you can ask for this world, you can ask for the hereafter. Save us from the hellfire. So you go find out, say, there are three dua. Two for the next world, then one for this dunya. 2/3 of the dua, you are more concerned for the hereafter. If all the time we are constantly asking Allah for dua, for wealth, for fame, for power, the brothers and sisters, then we have a problem. Because this is not the way of a believer. However, when you ask for wealth or power, if you ask with taqwa, with the fairness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or when we ask for spouses, or we picking them, or for ask with hidayah, then this is the positive way of a believer. And this is the second point that we learn from the story of Adam alayhi salatu wa salam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. A dua, he realized, say, Iblis, he asked for Allah when he needed from Allah. Therefore, he not believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Iblis, he asked when he needed dua. So did they show you, say, Iblis self believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Listen what the Quran say. There are verses in the Quran where they tell you, say, Iblis, he believe. It tells you, say, Qala Rabbi. He said it is indeed God, not the God. And Iblis even went further to say, Inni akhafu rabbal alamin. Me, I afraid God. Iblis, he didn't have the Quran. So you go find out, say, Iblis self believe God. This is not the Quran, and they tell you so. And Iblis, he believed in a lot of things about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Lord asked himself back, it is true that Iblis really not a believer? The answer is no. He was arrogant. He refused to submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Islam, we all know, is about submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Someone who says he believes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but refuses to submit his soul and heart to Allah, is not a believer or a Muslim. So the question is, how can Iblis believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala where he deny for submitting himself? While Allah tell and say, it's judu li Adam. He say now for bow down to Adam, but he reject. Abba, he become arrogant, was stuck bad, he big. Then he become a disbeliever. So this not a believer. So now we get what we call preconditions of dua. What are the things where they qualify a dua? What are the conditions where they gather before even a dua is accepted from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? These are the preconditions of dua. One, you therefore realize, say, only Allah respond to the dua we make. Only Allah respond to the dua we make. Until we get the tawhid or the akidah for say, it is only Allah who hears you and the only one who beside him who can respond to your call. But most of we will get the habit, we'll ask dua today, the one let God answer today. What did happen? We iman they drop. The next thing they think about, now for go on the other side, for go become shirk. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, me, I don't know why they make dua, titi they gonna answer me. You don't know why they make dua, titi they gonna answer me. But me, I don't have to make dua. Well, sometimes the time where you left for make dua, where you decide say, you they go on the other side, sometimes at the 10 that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ready for answer your dua. It just felt like for say they find a job. You don't apply in many companies there. Any outside go apply, they need to give you job. Any outside go apply, they need to give you job. Sometimes the day now wait for go apply, so you know tell me I don't tire. Then sometimes the day that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mark for you for let you get the job, but you give up. So because Allah can only respond to dua, then you have to be what? Another point, another precondition. Because only Allah can respond to dua, then you have to be sincere in your dua. You have to get that ikhlas, that sincerity. Because what you do in a masajid Allah, Allah, the mosque at the place of Allah. So not ask for dua anywhere else except in the masjid and to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So therefore, most of we will get the habit. As soon as we ask for dua, we want for Allah respond right away. Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, he said to Ibn Abbas, he said, when you ask Allah, when you ask for dua, ask only to Allah. When you seek help, turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because now you want for ask help for. Ask her with sincerity. And even a kafir, if you make dua with sincerity, trust me, Allah will respond. There are two types of kafirs. One who reject the existence of Allah, and the other one who refuse to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Iblis, to us, na a kafir. But he believes in Allah's existence. He makes dua sincerely, then Allah responds to her. So you see, Iblis, he realized say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they exist. He believes in Allah. But what happened? He not submit himself. He not getting total submission. He rejects Allah in command. So therefore he become a kafir. Because anybody who not submit himself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, na a kafir. But Iblis believes say Allah exists. He believes say Allah did. But he rejects Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then the other precondition of dua, do not be hasty. Patience should be the key when they make dua. You can forget patient. Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam say, your dua will be responded to only if you are patient. Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. So we will let for make dua with them, for let them answer them instantly. This is our problem because we will not get patient. And if you watch the entire Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, ever tell you say, Inna Allaha ma'a mu'minin or ma Muslimin, Allah is saying, Inna Allah ma sabirin. Allah, they would want to be patient. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give patience. One day, the companions of Prophet Muhammad wasalam, they asked her, they say, what does it mean for letting be patient for dua? Or what does it mean to be hasty in dua? The Prophet replied, what you telling? He said, I have made dua, but Allah never responds to my dua. He is very impatient. So when there is impatience in dua, Allah will not respond to your dua. Look what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say. He said, Wakana insanu jalula. He said, it is indeed, man is always in a hasty mode. So now, Lord, look the benefit of dua. Dua, it get beaucoup benefit. As I said earlier, dua na the backbone of worship. Dua na a form of worship. Dua na iman. So Lord, look some of the benefit them. Both Adam, and they refer back to the story, both Adam and Iblis asked for dua sincerely, and Allah grants them. But the point is, Iblis forgets say they help and continue for reject Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when Adam continue for worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if after that, as a Muslim, you ask for Allah for something and Allah gives you, and after that you turn you back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it means you are following the sunnah of Iblis. Because Iblis, who got gear and power, what he do? He tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, say, I will make sure I confuse you picking them before MBNO. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, he say, well, unless the Wawa agree. He say, but anyone who follow you, you and your Mal Kiyama na Jahannam ago to you now. So if I reach that side, inshallah, on 9:30, the next time I get opportunity, I will discuss with you now. What in the why make some dua are answered, why some are not answered, inshallah. If I reach that side, Brother Mukhtar, Assalamu alaikum, jazakumullahu khairan.
Wa alaikum salam, jazakumullahu khairan. Very, very beautiful khutbah. Inshallah, we need du'as now for answer right now. We need to make a lot of du'as.
Inshallah.
And we need to go back to the to call in on Allah, and hopefully He will answer to us.
Inshallah.
I see Imam Taslim. I see they around, so I will call her make closing du'a for us, inshallah. Check Taslim. Imam Taslim. I see Imam Taslim. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Yes.
I don't unmute himself. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Imam Taslim.
Yes, sir. You get me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to make it closer for you. Make a short dua for us, inshallah.
Yes, sir. I mean, Jazakallahu khairan. So
Yeah.
Sheikh, inshallah, give a beautiful topic. May
Yeah.
Allah continue for increase.
Amen.
Amen.
God bless you, FPU, and all the ladies them waking always the day, forget these great benefits.
Amen.
This, of course, like our Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the assurance. They say this na zikr for we all, na reminder. And they say for inna zikratan for mu'minin. It must benefit we. It must benefit we because this na Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in word. You're not going for feel on that at all. So inshallah, this trial with the Uba we had, with the big Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they pull up away.
Amen.
Allah. Amen. Allah.
And then stronger, let not make we weaken at all.
Amen.
Let Allah not make we be people that way only they ask for the dunya, and will forget about the akhirah.
Amen.
Let Allah not country mix them people and they way they in a haste.
Amen.
Let Allah not country mix the people away very much impatient.
Amen.
We're not able to realize say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in name.
Amen.
Day and a day for the one that we get in fairness. Now Allah make we be the ones that we will be patient enough and bear whatever hardship so that we will able to forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in goodness.
Amen.
ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب.
آمين.
ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وادخلنا الجنة يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين. دعواهم فيها سبحانك اللهم وتياتهم فيها السلام وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاك الله خيرا جزاك الله.
السلام عليكم. جزاك الله خيرا. السلام عليكم. جزاك الله خيرا, my brother Sulaiman, brother.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Yes. So, inshallah, I don't know if Brother Umar, you have any announcement to make?
No, I don't have anything. I just want to say thank you to my brother Sulaiman and everybody else for doing this for we. So I don't get much to say. I don't know. Vicky, you got anything to say?
Yeah.
No, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
So, inshallah, the program continues next week.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Inshallah. So we've seen that it's very beneficial, for to us to listen to our brother imams. We have many of them in this community. It's time we, Fullah ko jungo holata jungo. That means na hand show hand. We have to, start, having our brothers, they become our khatibs, and then, from there on, we can move on to higher heights, inshallah. We are very grateful for the other community imams that are joining us, and inshallah we'll resume next Friday.
So brother Mukhtar, the time, are we gonna stay with this time or let's move it to 9:10?
Okay, we can do 9:10, unless it's 9:10, inshallah.
Yeah, because the time is moving, the time of Iftar is moving, so we have to move as well.
Yes. Okay, 9:10, inshallah.
Inshallah, we will change. We will make the changes and repost the invite. Thank you.
Okay.
Inshallah.
All right. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Sulaiman.
Okay.